Hello. Hello. How are you doing, guys? Hello, Fred. Hello, Tony. Thank you guys for joining in. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hello. I wish.
Our mobile banking app is rated #1 for functionality. With it, you can pay your code. Do you understand the formula? 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 Do you understand the formula?
Hello everybody. Hello, thanks for joining in. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Fred Nosa. I am fine, thank you. If you're still here, Tony Wanchuko, I am fine, thank you, dear. Promise Joseph, if you're still here, thank you for joining in. Hola, Unive, thank you very much, darling. Well, I am speaking or talking from Scotland in the UK. Adedonya Biola, thank you. I will start soon. Omotola, thank you for joining in. Prince Ajayi Oladokun, thank you very much. Mother Tina Xavier, thank you, ma. Thank you for joining. My topic today is how to handle rejection. How to handle rejection. A lot of us have been rejected, and we are all different in our being. We are all different. There's no two person that has been created on earth. We are unique and we are an individual, and the way we handle rejection vary from one another. I will apologize before I go in. The phone I wanted to use today, unfortunately, it won't go online, but I have my old phone, and it's still blurry. So because it fell and broke, like I said last week, but because I had told some people I was coming online, and I tried logging on now on the new phone, but it's unfortunately for some reason it's not logging me on going live. So before I continue, guys, like I normally say, can you please share on your timeline, and so your friends as well, families, can also enjoy from this topic and also be able to contribute to what I'm going to say today. My name is Angelique, popularly known as Elijah Brown. I'll use this medium to thank everybody who's been contributing on my page and the WhatsApp group. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you very much for your contribution. I appreciate you. All my fans in the UK, in the US, Nigeria, Port Harcourt, Ibadan, Lagos, anywhere you're listening from, my fans in Germany, Holland, wherever you're listening from. Thank you very much for joining me all the time. I appreciate you. God bless you. So please do share on your timeline so that I can get a larger audience, because this topic today is from my heart and is in the heart of a lot of human being. If you have ever been a human, you would have one time or another been rejected in your life, and in your relationship, as a friend, as a colleague. It depends on it doesn't matter what it is. Rejection is a terrible thing for some people, and not for some people. It's a terrible thing for someone to go through. If they're not strong enough, rejection can cause someone to have even mental psychosis. Rejection can lead someone to even hang him or herself. There's so many things rejection can cause in one's life. And when we say rejection, what is rejection? When it comes to relationship, what is rejection? If someone can just tell me there at the moment what you think rejection is. Rejection to me basically means exclusion, to remove you, to push you away from a group or an interaction, information, communication, or emotional intimacy. Rejection it can be in a group, maybe amongst your friend, in a group, in maybe an activity, you're having an activity, or even a party. You are rejected, you don't want to be seen. Maybe in the church of God, you are being rejected, you don't want to be seen. Maybe it doesn't matter where it is. You're facing rejection is something very terrible. It is terrible. And I will 1 minute just say, whoever that has that one time of their lives have had to go through rejection, and it has turned them into cops today, or has turned them into someone in mental institution today, I pray Jehovah will give them the strength to be able to fight it out and stay on their own and stay up high with their heads high. In Jesus' name, amen. What causes rejection? I am fine. Adebisi Moturayo, thank you very much. Thanks for joining in. God bless you. Thank you very much. What causes rejection? What causes rejection? I'm going to talk from the perspective I know. I'm not going to talk about general thing. And mind you, before I go on, can I say, I am not picking up on anybody. I am not talking about anybody. This topic today is a general topic. I haven't rang anybody. It's just a topic that has been ministered to me by the Holy Spirit to talk about. So feel free to say your mind. I'll read it out to the public. Right, what causes rejection? It might be cleanliness. You might be someone who might be struggling with maybe sickness or something, and you're not clean enough, and your partner or your husband or your wife cannot stand it anymore. It can cause to cleanliness. It can lead to rejection. Sleeping around, agberi. It can cause rejection as well. Maybe you as a man is sleeping around, or your wife is sleeping around, or even your friend is sleeping around. It can cause rejection. The love that's dead. If you love someone, or even if it's parent to children to parents, friend to friend, the love there might have died, might cause rejection. Opportunity. I know a lot of people who maybe one time or another in their lives, they want opportunity in their life, and they will deceive people, get the opportunity they need, and they will disappear. And that is what is common in our society at the moment. You will see someone who is so eager to go to the US, someone who is eager to get into Holland or Germany, will lie to someone. They will spend all the money they've ever saved in their life and thinking they are bringing a spouse in. But unfortunately, the guy getting everything he needs, or the lady has achieved everything she needs, and she will dump the guy, or he will dump the lady. Rejection. Friends can cause rejection for you. An envious friend, kenimani, orishirishi. There's a lot of things when friends are involved. Know how to choose your friends. Know who your friends are. Not everybody is your friend. The only person that wants good for you is your father and mother. Any other person doesn't want anything good for you. Remember that. Put that at the back of your mind. It only takes the Spirit of God for someone to wish you well. It only takes the grace of God. And not everybody has God given that grace to be able to wish you well. Irikurin in Yoruba, it's called night crawling, can cause rejection. Maybe you're a night crawler and it's getting out of hand. It can cause rejection. Your partner might reject you because of that. Your wife might reject you because of that. Your husband might have been taking it and has trust you. He might not even have trust issues with you. But because the night crawling, he's just had enough. He comes back home, he's not getting something to eat in time and all that. It can cause it can cause rejection in family. Husband's family can cause rejection. Maybe or even wife's family. Maybe that's the only daughter they have, and is looking after their parents, and they don't want her to settle down because they're still enjoying the money. Might cause rejection. But mostly it's more from the husband's family. They're thinking this woman is coming to take away my son, and he might not be doing what he's meant to be doing for me anymore as a mother. And they might just start ganging war against her from nowhere, and the rejection starts kicking in. Bad character, bad attitude can cause rejection, because a lot of people have bad attitude. They might not even know it. Some people think their attitude are just the best in town, like there's no one like them. And to be honest, they can't even keep a relationship. They're so terrible. It can cause rejection. Ilara, jealousy, envious. It's a big disease. It's a big disease. It can cause rejection. It can even make someone be derailed. Maybe your relationship, maybe you can't bear children, and maybe the woman has had children from her previous relationship, and she's married to you, and she's not bearing any children. She might reject you. Or even if it's a man, maybe he's had children, or even maybe he hasn't had, and he's wanting, or maybe you've even had, or maybe you haven't had. If children can as well in the African society cause rejection. So all these things I have listed out are the things I have taught about that causes rejection, which is children, cleanliness, agbere, sleeping around, if the love is dead in the relationship, opportunity, which is the most common thing abroad. Someone wants an opportunity. Someone wants you to bring them into the UK, in the US, in Germany. They just use the opportunity. You spend all your hard-earned money. They bring you into the UK. They might even slave you and do as if there's no one like you. But as soon as they gain what they want to gain, maybe the green card or whatever they want in, they will eventually leave you and go away. Which is night crawling as well. The husband's family or the wife's family. It might be because of money. It might be because of, mostly it's because of money or just envious that you will buy Brazilian hair and this hair and that hair and monkey hair, and their children will not spend that money on them again. So that as well can cause rejection in a relationship. Bad character, bad attitude can cause rejection in a family. Jealousy, being envious of one another, can cause jealousy as well in the family. And when all this happen, it causes depression. I read something on Facebook this morning. I apologize to my fans that don't understand Yoruba. It says, I'll just read it out. Afoju feni ma fokun feni. Afeka je ma feka yo. Onilara eda. That is what most of we human beings are. Afoju feni ma fokun feni. We like people by the face, but outward appearance is like we like someone, but deep down we hate that person with a passion. Afeka je ma feka yo. They want you to eat, but they don't want you to be full. They don't want you to have anything. They want it to be them feeding you. So it's so unfortunate in life, but well, that is what life is all about. Only Lara, jealousy, envy can cause rejection, because watch what you say to your friends. Because if your relationship is lovely, even if it's not husband and wife, if you have a friend, just one friend, and the relationship is booming, the day you tell the next friend, do this for my friend, or whatever it is, then we have problem when it comes to rejection. Rejection can cause depression. Rejection can, another thing as well that I've seen, that I've written down, is bad association, rejection. When you are having a bad association, maybe or bad association, you are going around with bad association, it can cause your relationship to die. What I can say is, there's always going to be pain if you are being rejected. You cannot run away from the pain, because sometimes you wish the pain of rejection to disappear, but you can't control the pain of you being rejected. Whether when maybe your husband doesn't need you anymore, or your wife doesn't want you anymore, maybe she's seen someone else, and it can cause rejection. Then even the most thing that people don't talk about as well that causes rejection is sexual intercourse. Sexual intercourse can cause rejection from your partner. If maybe he's bribing you before anything can happen, he has to beg you and prostrate all the time before what God has ordained you, especially if you are married. I'm not talking about the ones that are not married, that are living couples. I'm talking about the ones that are really married to each other. It can cause rejection. And sometimes sickness can lead to rejection. Maybe you have within the African society, if you have sickness, long-term illness, and maybe the man or the woman cannot continue, there's going to be rejection in that relationship. So how do we handle rejection from your family, from your partner, from your friends, from your group, from your association? How do you handle rejection? Rejection, I know, is hurt. You are hurt. You are angry. You are in sadness. What do you do? How can you rejection happens to us in so many ways. Like I've mentioned earlier, I've mentioned up to 15 or 20 reasons why rejection happen. It hurts like physical pain. If you haven't, nobody can tell me in his or her life, except if that person is still a baby, that won't tell me that rejection, he or she hasn't been rejected one time or another in his or her life. Rejection hurts. It hurts like physical pain. It hurts. You feel disappointed. You feel angry, or maybe even you feel like a failure. You and your husband, you have done all this. You have built a house together. You have just name it. And maybe because you are now old, you are 50 years, he's maybe 55, and he decides to go and marry a younger girl, maybe because he thinks you are no more as pretty as he used to see you, or maybe the things he still wants, maybe sexual intercourse wise, or maybe going out wise, he thinks maybe you can't go out anymore, and such a thing happens. It hurts. It hurts that you have lost out. The things you have done together, you have lost out. It hurts. You feel angry. You feel like a failure. You feel you've been cheated. You feel you've been used. Ending of a relationship. The love is gone. Your partner is sleeping around, being criticized by your partner all the time. Where have you been? No, there's no more trust. Just because this love is ending. Maybe you're called names. I know a lot of women can testify to that. You are a prostitute, you are this, you are that. It hurts. It does hurt. Maybe you are treated badly with all you have done, all you have sweated for, all you have used your hard-earned time, money, sweat, just name it. You feel used. Maybe you are even saying, maybe as a man, you go in asking for sexual intercourse and it's putting you down. She's putting you down all the time. She's telling you are useless. She's telling you are a 2-minute noodle. It hurts. It does hurt. All these things are, or even a sexless marriage. This happens to our mothers. Our mothers, we do sexless marriages. Because you are 40 years, you are 50 years, you start refusing sexual intercourse, the marriage ends. It hurts. It hurts the men. It's terrible when we do that. Constantly feeling rejected because they feel rejected all the time. They feel left out. Or maybe when this has happened, you feel in the blue. You feel like the flush should just open up and just swallow you, because you feel like a total like a nobody anymore. You feel like your life is going to collapse. You feel like you should just go sleep and just end it. No. No. Whatever you're feeling today, I just want to say, I know it's easier said than done. People always say it's easier said than done. There was a lady who sent me an inbox today. It was on the group, and she was talking about rejection as well. Being left alone as a single parent, and she had no friends, nobody, and she was on antidepressants, and I felt sorry for her. And for once in my life, I didn't know what to advise her, because it's not about advice. It's about what you want to do for that person. Because because people will tell you, I'm going to do this for you, I'm going to do that for you, and there's someone there telling them not to do it. This life is so wicked. We are so callous. We are so inhuman. We I don't know. Sometimes I look at this world and I'm thinking, why are we like this? We need to change our perspective. People are even scared to tell people things because they think they're going to be laughed at. They're going to be mocked. They're going to be taken for granted. All these things needs to be addressed in our society. At the when a bad news happens straight away, what do you feel? You're unable to speak for the first few minutes. Everybody knows that you are unable to speak. Just you you may feel even shaky. A lot of people will be shaky. You don't know what to do. A lot of people will even feel they can't breathe again. They feel dizzy. Some people feel lightheaded. Some people can even faint when they hear bad news of rejection, because rejection is a bad news. It's a bad news. Some people feel rooted to the ground, as if the ground should just open and just swallow them. Some people, they feel like wanting to run away if they are rejected. Some people will feel sick. We feel sick because maybe the husband she has married for years, maybe is a pedophile, or just name whatever it is. Some people will feel sick. Or maybe all her hard-earned money that she's used to lift the guy to stardom is been taken for granted. You can feel sick. Some people will find it hard to eat. They will lose appetite. Some people will be so depressed. Some people will not be able to sleep. Constant headache. They can't concentrate. They can't even remember anything anymore. So, like I was saying, some people will not be able to concentrate. Some people don't remember things. A lot of people some people will even be affected to the extent that the next thing they start thinking is how to drink in Nigeria, how to drink kerosene and how to drink petrol, because they think their life is gonna end. And some people will feel anxious if such a thing happens to them, but it's just at that minute. Remember, it's just at that minute. After 4 to 6 weeks, you will feel like you're getting on. You haven't got on, but you just feel like, right, okay, I need to start, right, moving on and see where my life is going to take me. You begin to recover from the trauma, because it's a trauma. It's a traumatic experience to be rejected in life. You feel like, right, after 4 to 6 weeks, some people can take years. I'm just saying, for someone who God has given that grace, someone who God has ministered to, someone who God is behind, is the people that we use 4 to 6 weeks. Use years, can be years without recovering. Some people can even die without recovering, like someone who maybe a woman who is in her late years and cannot remarry, and the husband is left her, and she's going to be alone. Her children are all gone, and she's going to be alone. Some people can feel dead till they die. They are living corpse. On a whole, men recover more quickly than women, so research says, because women are more emotional, except if you're a man-woman, which means you are a man maybe brought up by a single parent, or a man who is more that has that feminine side, is the man that will recover later. But on a whole, men recover quicker, because they have their friends, they have their wives' friends, they go for a drink, they go to the beer parlor, they start doing what not to do, and from there they recover more than women. Women, especially women with children, they think, right, my children must not see this, my children must not see that, what is going to happen to me, how am I going to move on? Women think 50 years ahead of them, while men think at that minute. So I don't know, is it possible for me to say, guys, ladies, let us start thinking like men? Is it possible for me to say that? But unfortunately, it isn't possible for me to say that, because we are women. You are a woman, and that is how God has created us. That is how God has done us. That women hold more to emotion. However, during counseling, things can change, because the next step is counseling. No counseling from friends who will say, hey, you have done the mistake, it's your fault, you shouldn't have done that. No. I'm talking about proper counseling. Go to your church. If you trust the head of your church, you have to go there and tell them. If you're a Catholic, you go to your priest. You need to go and talk to someone. You need to see someone. See your imam, see your pastor, see your shepherd, see someone, talk to someone, see your counselor. Go for counseling, because you need to be talked to, because it hurts. Rejection does hurt. Rejection hurts. And what are the steps that you can make you adjust if such a thing has happened? If for instance you've brought a woman from Nigeria to the UK because you think there's no responsible or reliable women in the UK to marry, and you bring her, you spend all your hard-earned money, you process her papers, you pay for lawyer, you do this, you do that, and her intention is to leave you and go eventually. Or you bring men from Nigeria to Canada, and you stabilize them, you give them everything they need, you turn them into maybe from a pauper to prince, and maybe he has what he has in mind, his plans in mind, and he decides to go. What do you do? How do you fight it? Because if I tell you, go and destroy his life, I'm lying. And I won't say that, because I don't pay evil with evil. I don't pay evil with evil. I might look like a lioness, but I don't pay evil with evil. I report you to God. So the best thing to do is, you need to be prayerful. You need to be prayerful. Whatever is going to happen in life is going to happen in life. I remember, I'm sorry, I'm going to go a bit biblical now. I remember Job in the Bible. Job had everything, and he served God. He served God with all his heart, with all his mind, with all his being. And unfortunately, the devil was like, it's because Job has a family and has this and has that. That's why he's serving you, God. If not, he wouldn't have been serving you like this. And God said to the devil, he says, right, you can test him, but I do not give you his life. And Job's family was ruined. Everything he owned in life, and it was just him. So you don't know if it's your journey in life that is how your journey has to be. You don't know. Because God goes through the beating, the hammering. It comes from like a muddy thing, goes to fire and this, and it comes out as a lovely jewelry. You don't know where God is taking you. You might be a jewelry to God. So God has given, all of them will pay for it. All the evil people will pay for it. But when it don't shake, everybody doing bad thing in life is going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it. Up to their fourth generation, they're going to pay for it. So the best thing, and where sometimes we get it wrong from the start is prayer. We are lazy. Nigerians, it's prayer. We are very lazy when it comes to praying. Pray, so that you won't pray. A lot of us cannot pray. A lot of us cannot pray for 5 minutes. A lot of us. I remember my granny. She's a Muslim. She used to go on her mat, and even when it wasn't zakat time to pray, she's there praying. Pray so that you don't pray. That is what I can say in life. Don't let it be when everything has crushed. That's when you won't start praying. You need to start praying from the onset. And if anything happens while you are praying, please rejoice. Rejoice. It's hard. I'm saying it, but I've been there. I've been there. It is hard. Because if the more you have problem in life, I tell you something. The more your problem is in life, is the more you are going to be good in life. Is the more your hand is going to reach up in life. So the more these evil people, if you do good for someone, they pay you back in evil, rejoice. 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 Because Sorry, dear guys. The network has just cut me off, and it's just brought me back now. Right. So, like I'm saying, you have to rejoice in your, because my Bible never told me that I won't see tribulation and trials, but it says rejoice, rejoice. Rejoice. The seventh step to be able to succeed in rejection, that rejection would not kill you, is number one, like I said, prayer. Don't pray when you have been rejected. Start praying before you're going to be rejected, because you don't know what's going to happen in life. You don't know the things that happen in life. So you need to start praying from the scratch, not when things are going haywire before you start praying. Secondly, you have to be conscious of differences. Not two people think like you. God has made you the way you are, so the way you will think is different from the way I will think. Someone once says 5 plus 2 is 7, so is 4 plus 3. There's so many ways, and someone who is so good in maths will tell you another way that will arrive in 7. So there's 1,001 ways to get something, or to achieve something, or to say something. If the person is not saying it your way, does not mean it's wrong. Does not mean it's wrong. You cannot be right all the time. That is one thing you have to learn. There's no two person. It's you and you alone in this life. You have to come to a reality that two people cannot think or react in the exact way. Remember that in everything you are doing. No one else sees the world as you do. So it is not only possible, but in fact, likely that people will behave differently from how you expect them to behave. Remember that in your mind. The first step to avoid unwanted or unwarranted feeling of rejection is acknowledging this difference. You have to acknowledge the difference between it's not you, it's not, things cannot just happen your own way. There's two ways to things. Force yourself to think about more than one positive outcome when you have been rejected. Think about more than one positive outcome. Think about more than one positive outcome. Don't let it be this person, the way he's doing things is because it's no. Communicate. Remember, one is mandatory and less positive than the other. Think when you putting things in mind, write it down. Say number 1, right, I think if I go this way, this is the right thing that needs to be done in life. 2, it might not happen that way in so person's head. Think about it that way. Think about it that way. Or even have number 3, have number 4. They are called backups. Number 4, have reasons for each other outcome. For example, you want to go and ask a lady out, and you have already concluded that the lady will accept because you think you are ugly, or because you think you are not fine enough, or because no. Don't always go with a positive mind. Look at yourself and say, right, look at me. I am handsome. I am a prince of prince. The Lord says it's possible. If I go, it's not possible. Think about the other person. Maybe she has someone she's going out with. Maybe she has things she's doing. Maybe she's just not ready for a relationship. Have a positive attitude to people. It's very important. It's very important. Number 5, be objective in your analysis. Whatever you do in life, be very objective in your analysis. It is an excuse. It's an exercise that you achieve 2 goals. You have to think in advance that, right, how can I achieve this thing? So if plan A doesn't work, plan B has to work. Because it will force you to visualize objectively both the negative and another negative again outcome, because negative is so plenty in so many ways and ramifications. Sorry guys, I'll be rounding up soon. Avoid like the one I said earlier was be objective in your analysis. People have how they think, what they think, how they see things, and avoid personalizing every situation. Don't let it be it's me, it's because it's me, it's because it's just no. Don't